Hello, everybody. Yeah, I got my hat on here. Let me bring my screen down here. Let's see. Bring that down. Bring my screen down. There we go. Yep. So, yeah. So there I am. Okay. So I had it zoomed way up for some reason. I don't know why, but so tonight, I posted one earlier tonight, sort of pulling back. Been doing some podcasts with some friends of mine, and we tried to get some structure into the podcast, but I sort of realized that's not my thing. It's not my thing, like structure. DC entropy, entropy, chaos, sort of the antithesis of structure. So I'm sort of pulling back a little bit. I just want to talk about whatever comes to mind, whatever topic happens to, be at the, and I almost just said, what the Biden administration, the top of mind, whatever's on the top of mind, I hate that term, and that was never really heard of until Karine St. Pierre, or whatever her name is, the Biden person, came out and top of mind. So, but yeah, it's a good phrase, I guess. Whatever's on the top of mind today. How is everybody? What's on the top of your mind today? So, yep. But I went to bed for a little bit and was like laying there, and then I got back up and came back out here. It's probably about 4 o'clock in the morning now, but I just had to do another one here, and yes, just sort of reiterate the whole point that I don't want to be a part of a podcast that's structured. I want to do one that just we literally come in here, me and whoever I might have on the podcast or whatever, and just talk what about whatever's on our minds. So I tried to do a podcast earlier this evening with with one of the people I've had previously on it, and it just didn't work out. It just didn't jive, and that person actually directly right here live on the podcast asked me that this isn't airable. We can't air this, can't put it up, and so on. So that was sort of a wake-up call, I guess, a little bit for me, here. So I took that a little bit personally, I guess. I went ahead and closed down a few of my signal channels that I had, not only with that person, but with other people who haven't been active on this channel or any others that I have. So I still have one. I still have like one channel that I sort of kept open, with some hope that maybe someday it can be revived, rejuvenated, and so on and so forth. So, yeah. It's just, I'm sort of going through a transitional phase. I guess probably many YouTubers go through phases like this, where they're sort of uncertain. They don't know where their channel's headed, what the future brings. I mean, it's just so difficult to so many people want to be a part of something, and then, once they become a part, then they think, they're a big part of it or whatever, and et cetera, et cetera. But, I guess in a way, it's my channel. I mean, I've been here since, obviously, I started it, so I've been here since day one. I really started getting into this channel more during the pandemic, survival podcasts. There were a couple other podcasters' channels that I posted here that I was a part of and participated in, that gave me the confidence to keep doing this, like Michael Yon, Michael Y-O-N, Yon, and so on. There were a few others that gave me the confidence to keep doing what I'm doing. I've gotten in here more recently. They've given me the confidence. They were positive people for the podcast here, but and I'm not blaming them in any way, shape, or form. But it's been difficult to try to get everybody on here at the same time in one podcast and actually come up with something that's, as my friend said earlier tonight, arable. Because again, we were about probably 10 or 12 minutes into a podcast, and he just said, we can't air this, you need to cut it. It does actually, he said, it doesn't matter how much you cut it or whatever, it's just not going to be airable. So that, again, I took that a bit personally, and here I am now, just by myself, and which is fine, because this is the way it started here on this channel for me. So I'm just going to sort of keep it with me. I might get another guest in here from time to time on a very narrow and specific topic. Not try to incorporate somebody into my podcast, because it's mine. It's mine. I'm going to own it here a little bit. It's my podcast, so, and I'm up to about 282 subscribers. A lot of you joined early on and before I really started coming out to the public, and then a number of you joined after that. So I'm just going to try to keep it direct, raw, personal, unedited as much as possible. So I appreciate everybody who's followed me here over the past year or two or three with the pandemic, and the ones I did on survival and the SHTF and ham radio and different topics that I've done over the past year or two. So ham radio, and I guess I did a few on the Starlink stuff and so on and so forth. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope I hope I can get to the point eventually where I can monetize the channel and dedicate more time to it outside of my day job and what I do regularly. I hope I can put some of the old work that I'm sort of getting tired of and getting burnt out on, and just try to do, if possible, like one of these every day. I'd like to do one every day on a topic of some sort, whatever the current events are or so on. But it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort, and I'm willing to put that work in if I know that it's going to lead to something. if it's going to lead to some kind of success in the future. So I'll leave it there. Everybody have a good night. Peace out.